Hey, it's Wednesday. Welcome to Compassion in Action. Are you having fun? And all the things you've been learning, we're going to put into action now. So in your packet, what I'd like you to do now is take two things. You'll find this sheet. We can be present story, the green sheet, and this pencil. Do you have a pencil with a little flower on the top? You're going to need both of these. So get those out, get it ready. And what I'm going to do is share a story with you. I'm going to read the story about compassion, and I want you to listen very carefully. And as we go through the story, we're going to see how many details you remember. And then we're going to follow along the story on the sheet. See how it goes? Are you ready? Let me start with the story. I had a long day today. I was eating breakfast this morning at the breakfast table when my dad came in and said that we would be leaving in 15 minutes to run some errands. I didn't want to go. I wanted to sit at the table, finish my cereal, and play with my pet lizard, Vanessa. I felt very frustrated. But I got into the car with my dad and we made our first stop at the grocery store to pick up some toilet paper, another box of my favorite cereal, and coffee for Dad. I asked for an apple, and my dad said yes. Then we put our groceries into the car and we headed to the post office. Sometimes the post office is fun because I get to pick out the stamps. But today there was a long line and I didn't want to be there. My dad said it was very important. He held two boxes, an envelope, while we waited in line. I felt compassion for him because, well, I offered to hold something. So he gave me the smaller box and he said, "Thank you." Then we had to go to the dentist. My dad needed a cleaning. So I had to sit next to him and wait. And I read a magazine about lizards and I ate my apple. And the dentist said that apples are good for your teeth. Finally, my dad said, "Thank you for being present with me today, but I have a question. Where would you like to go?" I was excited. I knew exactly where I wanted to go. There's a park by my house that has an excellent climbing tree, and Dad took me to the park so I could climb that tree and play for a while. He even climbed up with me. You know, it was a long day, but I'm glad that we spent it together. The end. So now take some time and based on the story, trace out from here, this is the start, where did the character in the story go? And what happened? We'll give you a few minutes for that. But I'd love to see what you drew. And what did you notice about the story? And what was the most interesting part for you? For me, I like the lizard. Did you ever get tired of listening to the story? Did it help you to draw out some of the details, though, on the sheet? If we tested your memory about my story, would you be able to answer all my questions? You see, when we listen carefully to each other, we can remember all the details that it takes to fill out something like this. the story about being present. The dad, the child, both, where they went, what they did, and how much fun it was being present fully with someone else. Good story, huh? All right. The next thing that we're going to be doing for compassion action, have any of you worked with sidewalk chalk before? It's fun, isn't it? And for those of you who have not, it's okay to write on the sidewalk with these. How about that? So how does this work? Well, you probably want to take one or two out of the bag with you. But one option is to just walk around your neighborhood. Find a good spot. Where does compassion, your compassion, need to be seen by others? You see, when we're present, when we slow down and pay close attention, we get to see things, experience them, hear them, taste them, touch them all around us. So the suggestion is today that what you might do is, in your packet, you'll have compassion quotes. And you could use the compassion quotes with the chalk. And you could put down, ever remember a Disney movie with Dory, the fish? I know, I've seen it. I hope you like that movie too. But you could take the chalk and on the sidewalk write, "Just keep swimming." And then Dory, put down Dory, just keep swimming. That ought to bring a smile to a few faces, don't you think? It brought one to mine. How about yours? There's others as well from famous people that have lived in the past. Famous people that, well, hopefully you'll get to know about them soon if you don't already. So one of them is about a young girl who lived some time ago in a very hard time. Her name was Anne Frank, and she wrote, "No one has ever become poor by giving." Ooh, isn't that something? So these are some things you could write. Maybe some things you note as well that you could write down to make somebody else happy. These are simple things that you and I can do to show God's compassion through us to other people and make their days brighter. How about that? Oh, and not just words. You know, other things make people happy as well, and probably you. How about, I think there's enough colors in here, don't you? How about drawing a rainbow? Those are always cool. Put a rainbow on there, or just a smiling face. Really simple. Circle, 2 dots, and a little smile. Do it. It'll make a big difference in everybody's day that have seen what you've done on the sidewalk with your chalk. So take time to do these. And then you know what? You're sharing these not only with people on a sidewalk, but take a picture of them. Yep, take a picture and then share them with everybody else in our virtual Vacation Bible School by getting them posted up to our Facebook site. Share. That's where it comes all around with compassion in action, is the sharing. That's the neat thing about the way God made you. The good and the compassionate side of you comes out in all these ways to be shared with others. Isn't that great? Hope you have fun with this.